And I know that as an editor, you'd worked with folks such as previous guests, Gregory Maguire and Dan
Yeah.
Gutman. Check the back catalog, esteemed audience. I will keep you listening all day. Um, when did you make the decision that you would be better serving either your desire to for how you wanted to work or for the writers you serve as an agent rather than an editor?
Interesting story. If we had an extra hour, I would tell you the entire story, but it would be off the record.
Well,
I was working at HarperCollins, and HarperCollins used to be the place you would go to train as an editor with Ursula Nordstrom, the great Ursula Nordstrom. So I wanted to get myself there, and there were a lot of great editors. I have to say, like Simon and Schuster, HarperCollins is a very commercial house. There are great editors there. They do fabulous books. The backlist is amazing. But I found increasingly a difficult place for creative people. It's very bottom line oriented. And I found myself on the way to work thinking, why isn't this fun? Why is this so difficult? And I don't want to say anything disparaging, but some people that I worked with were difficult. And so actually I resigned. And I thought, I have a lot of experience. People know me. I've done a lot of great books. I'll just get another job. I was executive editor at HarperCollins. And well, wouldn't you know it, at that time, there were no executive editor jobs to be found. In fact, when I left Harper, they then let go all the executive editors. So that entire level disappeared. Interestingly, at that very same time, an agent that I knew, Jennifer de Chiara, who had started her own agency several years prior, I was her first children's book editor. To sell her a book, for me to buy a book from one of her clients. It was The Geography Club by Brent Hartinger, fabulous landmark YA novel. Anyway, she said to me, "Hey, Steve, do you want to come work for me?" I had never thought about being an agent. But as I thought about it, I'd been an editor for 25 years. I'd done children's magazines, book clubs, paperback books, hardcover books. I knew all the editors. I knew all the houses. So I thought, I think I could do this. So, and the first year I had already signed up books. So 17 going on 18 years later, I think this is a great place for me because while I miss the authors that I used to work with, Gregory Maguire, Brent Hartinger, all these great people, Michael Hague, Mary Engelbreit, Dan Gutman. I did the my Weird School series. I actually get to meet the writers before editors do, discover them really, and then bring them to publishers. So that's kind of fun. And yeah, I love it.
Well, knowing that you have such editorial expertise, does that allow the editors who receive your submissions to go, "Oh, well, we'll still have to do maybe a little bit of editing, but this is one of Stephen's people. It's probably going to be fine."
I hope so. I mean, my goal is for people to think, "Oh, yes, Steve has good taste. He knows what he's doing. He can help guide the authors." Yeah, so that's kind of my hope. You never know. I have to say it's the last couple of years, not just because of COVID, but partly because of COVID, it's been a difficult time in publishing. And publishers are still doing great books, and there are great books coming out. But I think things have slowed down. It takes longer to get a contract. It gets longer to get checks from my authors. There's more competition. I think publishers the last couple of years have been publishing fewer books, but hopefully better books. So it's competitive. It's a difficult time, but it's great fun. And but the last couple of years have been challenging for me and for other agents, I'm sure.